The World Cup, England and Wales are back in action today. Matches against the United States and Iran, respectively. Wales kicking off at 10 o'clock against Iran, hoping to avoid a slow start like last time.
And then England are playing this evening at 7 o'clock, where a win would see them qualify for the last 16.
Well, our reporter Paul Hawkins is in Qatar for us this morning, having a whale of a time, no doubt, Paul. So, first and foremost, all eyes on Wales then this morning. I mean, they stand a reasonable chance, don't they?
Yeah, they absolutely they have a decent chance. I mean, look, Wales are a decent side. In the first game, probably a little bit under par in the first half against the USA, and then they picked it up in the second half. Against Iran, given how Iran played against England, and England were really good, you would have thought that the odds are on a Welsh victory, but it won't be easy because, as Rob Page, the Wales manager, has said, there will be that reaction from Iran. So kick-off is also 1 o'clock, which at this time of day here is in the high 20s, early 30s. So it's going to be much harder at the Ahmed bin Ali Stadium. But yeah, it's a 1 o'clock kick-off. This is what the Wales manager, Rob Page, had to say.
Both teams want to go out and win. Iran are going to want to have a reaction from the disappointing defeat. I think they'll have looked at the fixtures and forecast where they can pick points up. England was a free game for him, and I think that's why the manager changed the shape throughout the success that he's had. I know he's only been back at a short time, but he plays a certain way, 4-3-3, like USA, and he changed it for that game. But I think that was purely just because it was England and the quality and depth that they've got. So I think we won't be too surprised in the formation he picks against us. And like you said, both teams they'll need to win, realistically, and we want to win. So it'll make for an entertaining game.
So that's Rob Page, the Wales manager. We're speaking now to a Wales fan, find out how they're feeling about it. Rio, how are you? What?
I'm good.
Yeah, how old are you, Rio?
9.
9? I mean, for a lot of people, this is their first World Cup. How excited are you?
Really excited.
Yeah, I'm just checking. You're not here by yourself, are you?
No.
No. Where's Mum and Dad? Where's Mum and Dad? Oh, your grandparents. Hello. First of all, how are you feeling about playing Iran later?
I think we're going to smash them.
You're going to smash them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which players should we be looking out for?
I think from Iran, I think we should be looking out for tomorrow. I think he's a really good striker. But I think Ben Davies and Rodon could definitely won't let the Iran attack get past them.
Yeah, and Joe Allen, he's going to be fit. Do you think you should pick him? Rob Page?
I think they should put him on the bench just because he wasn't playing last game and he's not off there, and then bring him on second half. That's what I would say. Yeah,
and Gareth Bale, what have you got to say about him?
I think he's amazing. I think he's going to score a hat-trick today.
Yeah. Are you enjoying your time at the World Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you having a good time in Qatar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Excellent. Thank you for speaking to us. Really appreciate it. 9-year-old Rio. Hey, listen, only people who are sort of maybe 70 years old or older will remember the last time Wales was in a World Cup, 1958. For England, it's a much more regular affair. They take on the USA at 10 o'clock this evening, so it'll be much cooler, much easier. Expect a higher pace game than the first game they played. Not just because of the time of day, but also because the USA are a younger, more inexperienced opposition. This is what the England manager Gareth Southgate had to say about this evening's fixture.
Have we ever beaten the States in a major tournament? No, I didn't think so. So tomorrow we have to try to make history, number one. We're good at that. We're good at talking highly of ourselves as a nation and on the basis of very little evidence. So what we've got to do is perform on the field, and we know that we'll play a highly motivated team, perhaps even more motivated because of some of those types of headlines. But we've got huge respect for our opponent. We know a lot of the players from our league, and we know the quality that they have and the athleticism that they have. So we've got to be at our best, and the risk for us is that we think, because we played well the other day, we can just go through to the next game. We've got to find that reset button to have the same psychology, the same determination. I do see that in the players. All of our players are playing at big clubs. They have to perform every week. They know when they come with England, they've got to do the same. So I don't think we'll be underestimating the USA team at all.
Yeah, so look, England aren't being complacent. The USA, yes, they're inexperienced, yes, they're a young side, but they're not to be underestimated, as we saw against Wales. So that one kicks off at 10 o'clock local time here. That's 7 o'clock your time, and then the Wales game is at 1 p.m. local time, 10 a.m. your time.
Lovely. Paul, thanks very much indeed. It's nice and exotic out there.
It's just the idea of it being high 20s, low 30s is rather nice.
Very nice, isn't it?
Warmth would be lovely.
No such joy over here for Aidan Magee. He didn't get a go. I think you've been put out of a job by Rio.
Yeah, I was just thinking, actually.
He was very good, wasn't he, for a 9-year-old?
Well, I was telling you how good he was, and I could see you thinking, maybe we should get him in instead of Aidan Magee. Yeah. I can see what you're thinking. I was following that.
What a lovely dream, though, for him. He's obviously such a keen fan.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably
out there watching Wales.
Yeah, the 64 years thing doesn't mean much to him, really, because if he's 9 years old and he's seen Wales play in a World Cup, and he presumably was, 5 years old when he saw them playing the Euros, it's probably quite normal for him. I remember seeing England playing my first World Cup in 1986, so I'd have been, 8, 9? So it's about the same as him, so I hope they can follow it up as England have done since and play well, but hopefully achieve something, which is something England haven't done much.
Those football managers could do with a bit of more excitement, couldn't they?
Well, they could, but I've spoken to lots of managers down the years, and they said the key to being successful in the job is not getting too excited and riling people up when things are going well, but also not getting too downbeat when things are going badly. It's an effort in diplomacy. Every football manager now, especially at international level, when you're carrying the hopes of a nation, has to be a consummate politician. It's a sad way of the world, but in the social media era, it's probably more important than ever before.
Well, I mean, what are our chances, England's chances, against the US?
Well, look, the US have posed problems for us in the past. However, I would say that one of those was in 1950. So we're going back. We're going back through in the midst of time there. But 12 years ago, difficult as well. I think because they consider England to be the mother nation of football, they often raise their game. They are a side that can get out of the groups now, the USA. But tonight is an opportunity for England to get the job done. There's been all this conjecture in the lead up to this game about Harry Kane with his ankle scan. Is he going to play? Well, it's a big game, and you use your best players, and that's what you do. If they get the job done tonight, then the opportunity presents itself in the next game, in the group game, the last group game, which will probably be a dead rubber because England will have qualified to rest him then. Also, if England win tonight, depending on how Wales do, if Wales do well this morning against Iran, that puts huge pressure on the USA tonight, because for both teams it's probably, well, certainly for Wales today, I think it was a must-win game. You talk about Robert Page and these England managers not getting and England and Wales managers not getting too excited. That's probably why, because I think deep down they know they have to win today, really, because they don't want to be going into that last game against England looking for a win. Okay. But in terms of our chances, look, I've seen Brazil's play so far. I've seen Spain. They're the only teams I've seen so far that I think could trouble England. I said at the beginning, England could win, as Sod's Law would have it, the most unpopular World Cup ever.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, we'll make it. Yeah.
We'll see. Long way to go.
Yeah, yes, there is a long way. Actually, how long is the whole thing going to take?
It's 29 days. Angela Rippon was on last week, so I can't wait for day 30.
Yeah, I think I feel the same, actually. I don't know. It's very difficult to whether to get excited about it or not. There is this shadow hanging over it.
Well, there is, but also we're still very early in the tournament as well. You know, let us progress and let the excitement build up, and then hopefully some of the negativity at the start will try and nip away a little bit.
Yeah, maybe so. Aidan, thank you. Catch up with you later.